Yeah. Well, then I used to get a little bored after the kids got in. Am I on? I got I got a little bored when the kids, and so I decided to do something, and I did a funny thing. I went out and took a Revlon manicuring course and became a manicurist.
Never knew that.
Yeah, I've still got the certificate in there somewhere. And I worked just on Saturdays and Fridays and Saturdays. I worked.
Did you do my nails for me after we're done?
No, I've given up on that. I can't see anymore to do my own. And that was just fun because it was the most fun people who worked there. We just laughed and had more fun there. Didn't do much work. So that was just a little gimmicky thing. And then the next thing I knew, John had by now worked with the American company that wanted him over here. So to cut a long story short, we came to America. And I'd only been here a couple of years when the kids were in high school. I didn't have enough to do. And the thought came back to me, what could I do that would be productive? And I thought, well, I've always wanted to go to school, wanted to go back to school. I've always wanted to. And I found out that you could go, we were living in Peoria, that I could go to the local community college as an adult, a returning student or whatever they call it, mature student. And if you did, I think it was only about a semester of credits beyond a certain grade point average, they would let you into the degree program. So I thought, I'll go for that. So I went in. I had to do one remedial course in math because I was very weak in math. Got through that. That was the only B I ever got in all my education. Everything else all the way through was A's from beginning to PhD.
You're in PhD level.
Yeah, but I worked hard, but I loved it and I was good at it. I had a terrific memory. So I loved it and I just got really intrigued with school. Got my associate's degree there. Then we took off. We were in Belgium for a year, which passed quickly, but another big experience, interesting experience, living in a foreign land. When we came back, I finally got back into school again in Minnesota and went right through, sailed through with straight A's, went into the honours program, did all the honours classes, wrote the honours thesis. You can get 3 levels of honours. You can get, you graduate with honours, or laude, or magna cum laude with great honour, or summa cum laude with all honours, which is the highest. With that, you've got to write a full-length thesis, and do all the classes and everything. And I went through straight, and it was interesting. John was I won a lot of scholarship money too, and John was so tickled at my graduation because there were hundreds of us in the College of Liberal Arts graduating that day, and I was the very first one over the platform to get my certificate and go over. He thought that was terrific, so that was a big honour.
Was he always really supportive of you going to school?
Yeah. In the beginning, he was a bit tough. He wasn't sure. And then he was working hard at the same time as I was, getting his MBA when I was getting my 2-year degree. So I had to do a lot more. I had to do a lot of the business in the house, pay the bills and that. So that was a busy time. We were all studying hard at that time. So then I went on from there, and then we moved to Connecticut, and I used to commute into New York, right into the center of New York City on 42nd Street. My graduate school was up on the 40th floor of a high-rise building, and I loved every minute of it. I can remember the day that I was walking along from we were living in Connecticut, and I used to come in by train, and I can remember walking from Grand Central Station along Fifth Avenue, across Fifth Avenue along 42nd Street to school. And the first day I remember singing to myself in my head, if I can make it there, I can make it anywhere. And I made it there. Got it. Sailed through with all A's. a few A plus, A minuses, but not many. Mostly all A's, and loved it. Got my master's degree, my MA, and then went on and finished the whole thing. Wrote the doctoral dissertation on Thomas Hardy's poetry. Became a Thomas Hardy scholar, and I've been working on that ever since. I've been teaching it. I've been running an internet discussion group for Thomas Hardy scholars and graduate students, where they can come in, ask questions, have discussions. So that's my academic career. Excepting right now, I can't believe this. This is now 2015. I can hardly believe I'm still alive. I'm nearly 85. Will be in a few weeks. And I started a new thing. A friend and I, she's a poet, and I'm a poetry lover, and I write poetry too. And we started a poetry appreciation group here in our community, our retirement community, and people are loving it. I have about 20 or so people show up every monthly meeting, and we go around, we all read things that we love, pieces of poetry we love, or things we've written, or things our grandkids have written, and it's just a lovely time. We laugh a lot, we have a lot of fun. So that's my academic career summed up pretty much.
Why Thomas Hardy, though? Where did you
Thomas Hardy, I discovered his poetry as an undergraduate, and it just grasped me. And I knew that was something that there's something so honest about it. It just got through to me. Not flowery, not overly fussy or didactic or preachy. It's just the truth.